Hey, welcome back everyone. I hope you guys are having a good week so far. Mine has felt a little bit long, so I'm glad it's almost over. But today I'm going to be doing another inspection. Today's going to be for Jeremy and Stott. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for sending me these. There's some really nice cards here, so we're going to take a deep dive into it and see what we got. I know you guys really enjoyed the, what do you call them, the reveal videos, but there's a whole like back-end process that goes into it in terms of what I try to show you guys so you can get the best details possible to make the decisions based on if you decide you want to grade a card or not. So I hope this is something you guys still enjoy, but nonetheless, let's dive right into this and see what we got. Alright, so Jeremy and Stott, I know you guys have seen these before, so if you don't remember, all the cards are in the comments section and they're going to be timestamped. That way you guys don't have to rewatch the entire thing if you don't want to and just skip to your sections. But let's go ahead and take a look. So first card we're going to look at is, let's see what pops up. Alright, so Pokemon card I haven't seen before. It's pretty flimsy though, so it kind of feels like it could be a sticker, but I think it's actually a card. So it looks like a Japanese Dragonite. It's cracked ice. I've never seen this before, like I said. I have it on negative view real quick just so that I could see some of the potential chipping. You can see the corners up there coming down. Everything looks good, nice and clean, and then the bottom looks good. So you guys can see that dark line that keeps popping up. So that is a wrinkle or a indentation. More than likely it's an indent. Looks like maybe like a shaped like a fingernail. So that's something to consider. And I confirm it just because of the way light reflects. You can see it's not doing it anywhere else. So that's what tells me there's a little wrinkle. But let's check the surface real quick. I like to use negative for a lot of Pokemon just because you can just see it better. The light reflects differently. So I'm going to switch it back to the other one or the normal image here soon. But no scratches that you can really see, which is really nice. Let's check the back side. We have a white back, so sometimes it's easier to look with a different filter. Nice and clean, no paper loss there. A little bit of paper loss here on the bottom corner. You can see it's a little bit frayed. And then that's good. Let's check it one more time though. Let's go up here. And pretty darn clean. So I would tell you that the card itself looks pretty good, minus that front potential indentation. Like now, if this, and they'll spot it, there's no way they won't. Like if I'm picking it up just like doing this, here you go. See how it just shows up black? So that's likely going to bring the card down to a 6. Now, if that wasn't there, the card's likely a 9, maybe, perhaps a 10, but with that little indentation, typically with PSA at least, they're not really forgiving. I have seen SGC give 10s to these types of things, but which is crazy to me, but it has happened. Stott knows. Alright, next one we got is a Growlithe. This is also a Japanese card. So once I get through the Pokemon, I'll probably switch it back to normal. So as you guys can see right here, pixels go all the way through. There's no white, there's no chipping. Same, clean corner, going down. Clean, bottom looks good, and this side looks good as well. So really nice front, at least on the corners and edges. Surface wise, this is a high gloss card, so typically these don't hold a lot of scratches and stuff like that. I'm looking for, obviously you can see a little line right there, it's a little print line, but you're not really going to be able to notice that at all unless you're using this filter. And for me, it's one of those things, I just like to see what's on here so that I can continue to log data and understand what I can get away with. So a little bit of print defect over there. But overall nice on the front, very nice front. Backside, let's check it out real quick. So back, you guys can see pixels kind of disappear. There's this little thing right here, little crevice. That's paper loss. So that's a significant amount too. So that's going to bring the grade down probably 2 points. Outside of that though, it looks pretty good so far. You can see pixels go all the way to the end, no weird discoloration. Overall the card is clean outside of that paper loss, so I would probably expect a PSA 8 on this particular card, just over that one little, well I guess it's not little, but one particular defect. Next one we have This last Pokemon card, this is a Mewtwo. Same thing, it's Japanese, never seen it before, but let's check it out. So, first corner looks good, second corner is nice and clean, right edge on the front looks good, bottom's clean, and bottom left is also clean. So, clean edges so far, clean corners. Surface wise, you guys can see, picks up that scratch right there, so it's a gnarly one. Now, that allows me to see if I could see it in person. Now, that's really the whole point of this. It's not really to be like, hey, look, I can microscopically discover things. But these are things that you want to be aware of so that you can just decide ultimately if it's going to be something that could hurt the grade, visible, depending on the angle, etc., etc. So, as you guys can see, that's really the only thing on the front. That could just be hair fall, I know. Let me see. I'll wipe it down real quick with my hand. And I think it's gone. So just like that, see? Now I know it's not a particular issue. Backside. Let's double check. Corners here, that one's pretty good. Looks a little ridgy, choppy, but overall there's no paper loss I can see. You can see the top edge is also not perfectly straight. You can see it's chipping a little, which is okay for the most part, but too much of it starts adding up. So that corner's pretty good as well. And then the last one's pretty good. I didn't see a whole lot on this one. Might be a little bit dirty more than anything, that's it. So overall, I think this has an opportunity at a 10. Centering looks to be within PSA 10 standards as well. At least on the front. I cannot tell you how the centering works on the back just because it's kind of like monogram all the way through. There's no clear borders. Alright, so let's go to sports real quick. So I'm going to go ahead and flip out of this menu. Let's go ahead and jump to, what is it, D-Effect. Alright. We are back to real life. Alright, so let's take a look. First one here is a 1960, I can't remember what year this is from the design. I think it's 62? 1963, so it's a year off. This is a Earl Wilson. It's pretty clean looking, but let's check it out. So, first corner here, you guys can see it's a little bit rounded, has a little bit of fraying, but overall pretty good. Very minor chipping along the top edge. Right corner looks nice and sharp. There is a little paper loss, and you can tell just because of the discoloration, it goes glossy and then a little bit matte. So, that's the understock coming up above. Very minor. The only good thing is that it's a white bordered card and it's a white understock, so it kind of blends in a little bit. Next corner definitely has some white, some paper loss over there, and the last corner here, same thing. There's a little touch of white right on the tip as well. So paper loss on that. Surface wise, we're going to look for potential issues. So under the scope, I don't see anything crazy. Let me see a wrinkle here. Might be a little bit of something here. I see it with my eyes, but I'm having a hard time finding it with the scope. So maybe not super serious. Double check that again. Okay, so clean overall surface wise. Let me double check that. It looks like it could be a small indentation right by his eye. It's pretty minor, but it's there. I would tell you that if I could catch it, I'd penalize it. So let's check the back though real quick before we get into the potential grade. Back corner, that one looks really good. This corner has a little bit of minor paper loss, you can just tell because it's a little more gray and the rest of the card's actually white. Clean border. Over here, a little bit of chipping, a little bit of fraying. Bottom edge has very minor chipping, and that corner definitely has a little bit of paper losses rounded. But if it was me and I was grading this card, seeing that little potential wrinkle, I'd probably give this one a 7. If that's not there, if I'm just imagining things, you could probably expect an 8 with everything else, in my opinion. So centering's good on it, which is nice for an old card, so definitely a good thing. Next one here. I haven't seen this card in person in a long time, man. This is a 19, I believe 71, 72. Am I right? I think so, 71, 72. Eric Foreman. I'm just kidding, it's Pistol Pete. Beautiful cards. Centering's not good on this one, as you guys saw when I posted the picture, but here you go. Let's check it out. Corner here, definite paper loss. You guys can see that. It's chipping away at the surface. It is sharp, but it won't matter too much. And yes, it is white, but you can still see it clear as day if you're really looking. Second here, same thing. Paper loss, 2 chunks missing. Right edge is pretty good. There's no chipping into the card, except right there. It's a small one. You guys can see it slightly changes color, gets dark, but also cuts in. And also you guys can see right here, we didn't get to the surface yet, but you can see a little bit of the dots. Those are not print dots, those are actually just pieces of the surface that have chipped away. Bottom right corner here, definitely quite a bit of paper loss. There's a nice triangle that's cut over here, and then over here it kind of starts chipping away. So you got the little earthquake cracks, and then decent on the bottom edge is not great, and you got that side too. Combine this with the centering, because the centering I think is probably going to be a PSA 7 or less, but you combine those little issues here, you're probably looking at it between a 5.6 for this Maravich. And let's check the backside real quick though to confirm, see if we see anything crazy. That one's as expected. It's a little bit round, got a little bit of fraying, but overall though, still a very nice condition card. This corner here, that looks pretty good. It always looks like compressed cardboard back here. And then that one definitely has a little bit of paper loss, hence it's not super sharp. So stand by that. I think it's likely a 5.6 based on that. But surface is nice. There's really no issues as far as dots go, or print defects, or indentations, or wrinkles. Next here, my local guy, 1977, Top Steve Largent. So let's check out this card. I know you circled something, so I think it relates to something I just spotted. But here you go, top left corner. You can see it's a little bit chipped away. It's not perfectly sharp. Nice clean top edge though. It's as clean as I've seen. Right corner is pretty good. Still by the tip there's a little bit of paper loss. Coming down the right side, fairly clean. Nice clean right side as far as edge goes. Bottom corner here, definitely quite a bit of paper loss, as you guys can start seeing along the bottom. It's just consistent across the way. So pretty much the whole bottom edge has chipping. Left side, these are probably just fibers or hairs. There you go, see they're gone. But going up, looks pretty good surface wise. Let's check it out. So looking for prints, indents. There's a little circle right here. You guys probably, I don't know if you can tell. It's a little dark circle. Let's see if the light can pick it up. Right there. Bless me. So here you go. There's a little bit of a circle right here. And I can see it in person too. It looks like it's a little bit of a bump. So these were common back in the older cards. There's always seems to be a water bump. That's why I call it moisture bump. Don't know why, but they occur quite a bit. But that's definitely going to hurt the card a little bit. We shall see what we can do. Maybe a session in the steam room will have it just sit back down, but you never know. Backside, corner's pretty good. That corner's pretty nice too. Edge looks good on the backside. And then we'll go to the bottom right here. That's pretty good too. It's a pretty nice corner. It's not perfect, but it's nice. And that one's pretty good. So overall though, the card's got beautiful appeal to it. That lump will kill you though. It'll likely get you a 7. But if we can flatten that out, probably getting maybe an 8 with all the chipping on the bottom. Still very nice. All right, next card here we have the great one. This is the, let me see if it's Topps or OPG. This is, where does it tell me? 79 OPG, Wayne Gretzky. All right, man. So first corner you can see looks like my haircut. It's got a lot of extra fibers going on, but you also have paper loss. There's also a little bit of surface loss. You can see just this little line, blue, and it's white right there, so it's starting to kind of slowly crack away. Surface we'll get to back in a little bit. Edges look okay. This corner is basically non-existent as well. It's what's left of it. Edges a little chippy. Definitely a lot of extra fibers. You can see this part cuts into the card, so it's not nice and straight. Bottom corner there, same thing, it's non-existent. It's just kind of there. A little bit of potential wrinkle right here, just the way the light's reflecting for me. I don't know if you guys see that either, but you can see the dark blue just show up. So definitely a little wrinkle, and you can see it kind of trace up here too. It starts going up like a little crack. And then we got the left side here. Looks pretty good as far as things go, but look at that. There's a lot of potential little wrinkles here. So that's not good at all. And then we got this bottom left, paper loss. Quite a bit going on. There's a hole, literally a hole. I wasn't going to say that. I was like, there's a whole lot of paper loss, but it looks like that's just flipped up a little bit. That looks like it can potentially just be flattened out a little bit. You guys can see that the card's just kind of scrunched. It's not like the paper's actually gone, so we'll see what happens over there. Other than that, just dirty. Surface wise, overall, no little fish eyes, but those are not important compared to the wrinkles, so definitely will get you there. It's quite a bit. Backside, let's double check it real quick. So same thing, still my haircut. It's quite a bit of paper loss right there. Edges are not good, I would tell you. Same with the corners. Corners and edges are non-existent on here. As is, this card would likely get maybe a 2, but we're gonna see what we can do. I know it seems harsh, but not really, just because the amount of wrinkles. I'm comparing that to some of the cards that I've gotten back that are vintage. So maybe a 1.5, maybe a 2, but we're gonna see what we can do to try and make it so it's a little bit better, just by doing some steam room sessions, hanging out. All right, a little more modern coming up. This is the 1990, I believe, 1990 score Bo Jackson, the infamous black and white Bo Nose card. Nice corner there, good clean edges coming through. Perfectly sharp corner, not even debatable there. And then we got nice sharp corner here on the bottom as well, no paper loss. And coming through, bottom left, beautiful. And then the last edge over here looks good as well. So let's check out the surface, look for little dots, discolorations, things like that. And it's crazy just to see the difference in terms of once you look at something that's older and then you're like, oh look, 1990, which is still, if you think about it, like 34 years old at this point. So beautiful card, man. Looks good on the front. Double check, no indentations, no dots, nothing that I could really see that's punitive on the front. Backside, clean corner, nice and sharp, good top edge. Over here at this corner, it's pretty good. It's not perfect, but it's really not bad. There's just a little bit of minor fraying right there, but once again, the advantage of having a white card as far as borders go, a little bit of edge chipping, you guys can see it right there. Doesn't go down perfectly straight. And then this corner, definitely not perfect in my opinion, as far as the way it's cut. It's not straight. There's no paper loss, but there is a little bit of fraying. Then we got to go to the last one over here, and this one looks pretty good. So this last left edge looks pretty good as well. As far as backside goes, there's no indentations as well, or scratches that's noticeable. This one I would say, if it was me, I'd probably give it a 9, but everyone would just think I'm in a bad mood. But you know, I kind of look at those things and that's what I see. At the same time though, I don't rule this out of potentially being a 10. Just keep in mind, like the little 3 minor chips on the back, and also there's 2 corners that potentially are a little bit susceptible to be considered rounded or damaged. So very minor, like I said. I'd still give it a 9 for myself, but you could get a 10. All right, next one is we're jumping up a little bit more. 2000, 2003, 2004. This is 2003-04 Scottie Pippen Topps Chrome Refractor. So beautiful, beautiful. A little dirty, maybe. Hopefully it's just dirty. It is. I just wiped it off. A little brown. And this side is pretty good as well. Might have a little bit of the way the light's reflecting right there, it's just not laying flat. It's nothing to really be concerned about. It's just one of those things I point out so you can see. But let's check out the surface real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and adjust the light so that we can see if anything just gets eaten by the light. And by eaten, I mean it darkens. So anything that's deep as far as scratches go or pits, they'll just kind of highlight themselves when I use this light. So As you can see, it's a beautiful surface. I don't see any scratches. I don't want to speak too soon. Here's a little eyelash maybe. Stop blinking on your cards. Just kidding. Alright. Clean. Beautiful, man. So, beautiful surface. Don't see anything under the scope or in person. Backside real quick. Adjust the light again. So, corner here. It's pretty good. It's not perfectly sharp, but I would tell you that's still a gem mid corner. This one's good as well. Those two little potential dots make me a little bit nervous. You see those two? That just, I'll point them out. 1, 2. When the light kind of disappears, it means it's in the card. So you guys can see a little bit. So it looked like a little baby vampire bit the card. I'll see how deep it is when I look at it after I take it out from under the scope. Bottom right corner is perfect. I'm going to go through. Bottom edge, no issues. And bottom right, or bottom left looks good as well. So, let me double check. I can see those two dots. They're not super deep. They are there. So, take that into consideration. But overall, this should be at 9, 10. And the only reason it could be a 9 is those two little dots. I know that's nitpicky, but, you know, I don't need a scope to see that. I don't think that will be the case, though. I think they'll very likely give you a 10 still. Next one here is a, let's see, Prism Dominance 2013-14. This is a red Harrison Barnes. These are Target exclusives. Could be wrong. Can't remember. It's been a while, but clean. So nice clean corners and edges on this particular card. Once again, let's go to the surface and see what we spot. So, couple scratches you guys can see just showed up on the left side. Nothing deep, which is great. Another one here, another scratch. I don't know if you guys can see that. And another line right here as well, horizontal. Edges look good. The borders are clean, which is good. Just a little bit dirty down here, a couple of minor superficial scratches as well. So surface needs a little bit of love, but it's really not bad. Backside, let's double check. All right, clean corner there. We're looking for paper loss or even the peeling up. Over here, looks good as well. There's roller lines, ignore those. Typically you're not gonna get penalized for those. I know it looks way worse under the scope, but typically they don't penalize you for those things. Everything's good here. The corner looks nice and clean too. So, depends on how the surface reacts to certain things. But I likely think, based on looking at this, even with the centering, you do have an opportunity for a 10. As is, you're probably getting a 9. But definitely an opportunity there for a 10. And obviously you'll get a final inspection as well, so I'll kind of give you an update on everything after. Next one here is a Dirk Nowitzki. Same thing, same year. Prism Dominance, red. Clean corner, clean, and clean. So clean corners and edges, front. Let's check it out. See what pops up and go ahead and adjust the light a little bit more. And I know there's a reflection of me here on the bottom. So I upgraded my screen. This is huge. There's a nice scratch right there. And there's also a pit. But it's clear as day for me now. It's kind of nice. I never knew my last one looked a little grainy until I got this one, so this is a lot easier on my eyes. So overall, just a couple small issues on the front. One is a pit though, so it's a little bit more significant in my opinion. Nice corner there. Clean. Good edge. Bottom right corner here. It's pretty good. It's got a little bit of the transparent layer coming to flip up. That's why you see it looks a little bit lighter than the rest of the blue. But you're still okay. And then the last corner right here. Same thing, that transparent layer is starting to try and make its way up. You guys can see that. It's not a bend, it's not a crease. Typically, a lot of times they actually do not penalize you for that. If it was me, I would penalize you for that. So that's why I always say, like, when I get cards like this, I think you're looking at a 9, 10, because for me it's always typically a lower grade. I think this card likely, like I said, for me it's a 9. I don't think it rules out a 10 completely. I just think your chances aren't high. Two reasons: the pit and also the layer on the backside. But like I said, they don't always penalize you. Next one's a Kobe, same card as far as season goes and brand, Prism. Nice. Sharp edges and corners. Let's check it out. Surface wise, let me adjust the light. There you go. Nice little scratch, kind of just pops open. Look at that, and it's deep because you can see how the light just gets absorbed by it. So that is likely staying put no matter what you decide to do to it. Little pit, no, that's just a design. There's a pit right here on his arm. That's about it. Over there. Double checking things just to see. Little pit right there as well. And small little issues here, just surface issues. The major thing is that scratch. Outside of that, there's a couple little pits that could even be part of the design realistically. So we'll go from there. Backside, let's check it out. Corner's nice and clean. Corner's clean as well. Bottom right corner looks pretty good. It's not cut perfectly sharp though. You can see it's not 90 degrees. It's pretty close though. I'd say it's a decent corner. And this last corner also looks pretty good. That layer's starting to come up a little bit as well. So for me, I think this one's also a 9. Mainly because of that deep scratch, realistically. The rest of it, if there was no deep scratch on that one, on the top, and there was just those issues you see when I'm talking about the transparent layers, you're still likely getting a 10. It's just when you start coupling everything, so. Next one here, first one of 2, red, white, and blue Pulsar, Kevin Durant, same year I believe. So we'll go through, get back to that part. We're just checking corners and stuff first. Looks good, and it looks good. It's got some extra fibers coming from the back. Let's check out the surface. As you guys can see, that looks like it's probably just dirty. I'll have to double check. Hopefully it's not a print issue. I think it might be though, just because the way the light's reflecting it, eating into it. So I'll let you know obviously after that, but that's usually not good if you're looking for a gem mint card. Okay. And the rest of the card though, as you guys can see, it looks pretty darn clean. Nothing else going on over here. Same thing, a little bit of a line right here, but you can see the light gets eaten into it. So I would think, see the light just gets eaten. Kind of goes all the way up, so that might be a print defect. Hopefully it's just a smudge. I'll let you know if it's a smudge, that's okay. Smudges will typically potentially come out. And then let's see what else. Let's finish. Yeah, because it goes up. That might just be a smudge. I'll let you know. Assuming it's a scratch though, it's not good. Backside real quick. Scoop. Here we go. Go here. Clean. It's a nice corner as well. Bottom right's got that extra runoff on the side, but as you can see, it's cut perfectly straight. And then the last corner here also has just a little bit of extra fibers, and the little bit of the transparent layer trying to peel up a little bit. But with those potential smudges, or if they are deep, obviously if they are deep actual scratches, you're probably looking at 8. If those are just things you can wipe off clean, I think this card has a good opportunity at a 10. I'll let you know after the final. Here's the second one. Same card, Kevin Durant. Nice clean corner there. You can see this one has a little bit of that too, so maybe it's just dirty. Right side looks good. Bottom right looks good. Edge looks clean as well. And this side also nice and clean. So clean edges and clean corners. Let's check out the surface real quick. See what we spot. And just to let you guys know too, if you guys are using like just LEDs instead of halogen, typically it'll hide a lot of scratches. It won't show you. So there's a nice scratch right there. It's a little vertical, small, but it's there. little pink dot or red dot right there on his leg. Looks like it might be a little streak, so that's probably just dirty. But overall though, pretty clean surface. I don't see the same issues as the last one. Back corners, first one, nice and sharp. Good top edge. Right side, this corner looks pretty good as well. Bottom right corner here, that looks good. And then the last one, bottom left. This one's got a little extra fibers, but overall it's cut pretty well. No indentations on the back that I can see either. No creases. Looks pretty good. Might be a little something on this left. This edge, you see how it reflects right there? Right there. So it looks like there's a potential little something right here. Something that you want to keep in mind. For me, I spot it, so that's why I always say, hey, you know, that could be a reason why you get a 9. It's hard to find, but it is there. For me, I'd give it a 9 because of that. At the same time though, that's just my opinion. Go from there. Next one we have is a Klay Thompson blue. First time we'll see Klay playing somewhere else. Clean corner. Clean as well. Clean. And clean. So nice clean corners. Check out the surface. The edges are clean as well. Surface wise, got some scratches. Got one right there. You can see it slowly just reflecting, shimmering. Those are not print defects. That's just the design, so that's good. It's just weird how they have one by itself over here and then they start over here, so it throws you off sometimes. You can see that line still there. It's doing its thing. And let's see. Just a small line more than anything else. It kind of goes all the way down though. It's not a print line just because it's not perfectly straight. Print lines are typically nice and straight, horizontal or vertical. They never go diagonal. If it's diagonal, it's a scratch, so that's definitely a scratch that's running the length of the card. Backside. And keep in mind, I'm stating that as an opinion, not a fact. Backside corner looks good. This one looks good as well. Bottom right's nice and clean. And then the bottom left here, this one looks good as well. You can see that the layer is also trying to peel up. But overall, like I said, I typically don't ding you for it. No wrinkles, no dents, no edge problems that I can spot. So, card has potential to potentially be a 10, obviously. But as is right now, the way it looks with that line, you probably should expect a 9. Next one here we got a Kyrie. This is red, same year as the Klay. Nice sharp corner, good top edge. Right side's clean. Bottom right looks good as well, and then the bottom left also clean. Let's check out the surface. And these start getting faster as we get to ultra modern, just because they're a lot easier to look at. So lots of scratches you can see, little micro scratches all the way through. It's quite a bit though, so. Let's see if it carries to the rest of the card. Might just be on the top. Might just be dirty right here. Nope. There's a little something right there as well. I think it might be a pit. It is, just because the light disappears into it. So, a little chunk missing from there. Nice scratch right across the calves logo. So, let's see, keep going. Just lots of little surface issues here. Nice though. Alright. Backside, let's double check just to see. Corner looks good. Top edge right there, I don't like that. Looks like it might be a little imprint indent. So that's something that will take away from the card in my opinion. Keep going down. Right side, that corner is a little rounded. You can see it's also got a little bit of paper loss. And then this last one, that corner, same thing. It's the peels. The layer has peeled up itself. It's also a little round. Understock is showing. And also another reflection right here. That's definitely an indentation as well. So this particular card, I think with the issues that we spotted, you're probably looking at around a 7 on this particular card as is. Of course, I will give you the final after, but we're just looking at things as they are. Next one here, we got a gold Superstars Kevin Durant. This is, I think, maybe the same year. Beautiful design. This is the first time I've seen it. So first corner here looks like it's got... I'm going to say it's clean. It does look clean. It's just the way the light reflected made it look a little funky. Right side's good. Right edge clean. Bottom right's nice and sharp. And the bottom left is also sharp. So you got a good foundation over there. Let's check out the surface. Alright, let's check it out. So you can see the design is so busy, and this is even under the scope, it's busy. Typically under the scope these cards look like they're base. So that's the good news about this card, is that there's a lot of distractions. Here's a little print line that goes through, very minor. Actually kind of blends right in with the design, so I wouldn't really worry about it at all. Same was right there, so it's likely part of the thing. So didn't see any surface issues on the front, which is awesome. Backside, let's double check. Corner's nice and sharp. Maybe slight discoloration at the tip, so maybe it's just a minor touch of wear there. And that corner's definitely got a touch of white as well, in my opinion. This corner here looks good. There's no touch of white there. It's actually nice and clean. And this bottom left corner here is looking pretty good as well. No paper loss there. Touch of white, automatic 9 in my opinion. So let me know what you want to do there. And let's see. Last one for you, Jeremy. This is, actually you have a couple more. This is the first one. This is a Mitchell Robinson Blue Optic Autograph. Clean, clean. Bottom right looks clean, and bottom left also clean. So good foundation right there. Let's check out the surface. Okay, looks pretty good. Check out the auto. Auto's got some smudges here and there. A little break right there as well, but probably not going to grade the auto, so it really doesn't matter too much. Minor chipping on that edge, just on the side of it. So, but super clean surface. Let's see, maybe right here. Nice. There you go. There's a little bit of a. I think that's just a smudge, though. Maybe. I don't think it's a chip, but it's right there. It just looked like dirt, so I'll let you know. Back corner, that one looks good. This one looks pretty good. Bottom right here, I'd give that a pass. That looks good. And the bottom left, I don't like the way this one looks. Looks like the layer has peeled up. Understock is showing. So, in my opinion, I think it's a 9. But, like I said, my opinion is one of those things. I think you did circle that little spot right there too. Now that I'm looking at the penny sleeve. Appreciate the hints for sure. Alright. And then we got next here is a Platinum Phenoms OPC Platinum Austin Matthews rookie, I believe. So die cut. Let's check it out. Lots of stuff to look at on die cuts. I'm going to assume that's just the way it's designed, so I won't count it as flip-ups or bends or anything like that, just because it looks pretty common. But overall, front looks good there. Let's check out the surface. Just dirty. There's little dirt spots here and there. I don't think you guys can really see it, but the card's so clean, looks like stainless steel, where just looking at it, I can see specks of dust and particles and stuff like that, but that's not what we're looking for right now. We're looking for major issues. And can't see anything super major here. Like I said, I see just like dirty. So I'll just wipe it down. Let's say the back side though. Let's check that out. Back side, you can see the corners. That one's got a little bit of wear. That's that transparent film coming out on 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't think that's part of the design, but just with how many I'm seeing, maybe it is. I doubt it though. There's some paper loss on that right there. And that one's okay. So right here, I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm gonna try and just hold it still for a minute. But there's a little touch of white right here. You can see it, the pixels kind of just die and then it just becomes white. So that right there is likely getting you a 9. So that's what I think that one will be. And then the last one here is for you, at least for you, Jeremy. This is a Allen and Ginter Be Real autograph. So very cool. Nice clean corner. Clean. That one's clean as well. Pixels go all the way to the end. Same with that. So 4 clean corners. Nice clean edges. Surface, I doubt we'll find anything. It's a nice matte surface Allen and Ginter uses on the cardstock, so we're really not going to see any scratches or anything like that. Ink is just beautifully soaked into the card as well, so good there. So nice clean front. Let's check the back real quick. So back side, we got clean corner, good top edge, clean corner. Bottom right looks good as well, and then the last corner here is pretty sharp. Maybe not as sharp as the other 3, but it still looks good. I think this one's got a good opportunity to be a PSA 10. I don't really see enough to give it a 9. Could be a possibility, but I don't think that's going to be the case. If I had to give this odds, it's going to be a 75% chance at 10. And 75% is because I'm looking at the 4 criteria. Alright, so that is yours, Jeremy. Next, we're going to go right into your stud. So these are slab. This is the first one's the HGA Shohei. What is this one? From 2018 Panini National Treasures. We're going to adjust the focus real quick just because the card stands up higher. Alright, let's see what we can see through the slab. So looks like they used a sleeve for this one. Not used to HJ using sleeves. That corner, they gave corners a 8.5, so there's one with quite a bit of paper loss. Not a ton, but enough. Let's see what else we can spot real quick. That corner looks okay from here. That corner's definitely got some white. Let's check out the back. We're just checking out the foundation real quick before we crack these things out if you decide to. That one's okay. That one looks fine. That one's definitely got paper loss. And that one does... yeah, it's hard to really be completely accurate on that right now until I crack it out. That looks good from here, but it could be paper loss as well. So let me know if you want to crack that, but based on what I see with those 2 corners, I don't think this card will get a 9 if you decided to crack it with PSA at least. You could probably still get a SGC 9, but I think PSA is out of the question. Next one here is a 9.5 Shohei from SGC. Speak of the devil. Let me go ahead and change the focus again. It's a little bit smaller slab. Alright, here we go. So let's check the foundation. Clean corner. Good edge. Top right looks good. Flip this just because the plate's shorter. Corner's definitely got a little bit of wear right there. You can see it. It's not perfectly sharp. It's got a little bit of an angle cut into it. So max grade in my opinion, especially since on the front. Let's check the back real quick, but I think this should stay in the slab unless you are okay with a PSA 9, in my opinion. And yeah, that one's got a little bit of frame. So for sure, if you want to crack it, you can, of course. It's your card. But ultimately, I think that one would likely land you a PSA 9. Here we go. Next one, we got a 9.5 Shohei. Another one. This is a Topps Chrome Orange Refractor rookie. So clean corner there. Clean corner there. Hardest part about these is that I wouldn't be able to tell you anything on the surface really, looking through the slab, just because the way the lights reflect, I cannot tell if something's around the card or not, so we'd have to bust open. But front looks good, backside, corner here, that one's pretty good. I'll let that pass. Corner's not bad either. This corner's got a touch of white, and that one is clean, so likely a 9 as well. PSA is brutal on corners, as previously mentioned. Next one here is the Shohei. This is a 10, orange refractor. Freshman flash. Clean, 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 and clean as far as corners go. Surface wise, I don't see anything crazy through the slab, so once you crack it, you might. Alright, here we go. This corner, I'd give it a pass. That's that transparent layer that I keep talking about. That one's good. Bottom left looks good. And the bottom right here, this one looks pretty decent as well. So I think the foundation's pretty good for a 10. I don't see any whitening in the corners. Edges look good. Centering's typically usually better than PSA as far as SGC goes, so definitely a candidate. Next one here we have an O2 Topps Chrome Peyton Manning refractor. We own the game. It's got a authenticated, so we'll have to probably crack to find out why, but let's check it out regardless. Clean corners, good edges. Backside, clean, clean, clean. The last corner here might be a little bit, you see how it's got a discoloration? That might be a little bit of a ding or something like that. Maybe that's why they got it authenticated. I won't know for sure until I crack it out. I'm trying to look at it right now and I wouldn't be able to tell you. It's just the way the light's reflecting. So it could be the peel, could be something else, but outside of that, I don't see any kind of wrinkles or anything like that. So let me know if you want to give it a shot. Alright, I guess it beats being in an A slab, right? Next one here we got a Gold Select Hot Stars Matt Ryan. Beautiful, 2013. Cool set, man. So let's just take a look real quick at the foundation. I'm going to go ahead and adjust the focus again, just because we're back to raw. Alright, so first corner here looks good. Top edge looks good. I don't expect really anything different. Nice and clean. And nice and clean. So good foundation on the front. Let's check out the surface. I'm going to stop on anything that I see that's not amazing. So other than just being a little bit dirty, you can see slight discoloration just from, you can see that it's just dirty. It's not super red, it's just kind of like a faded red. Hard part is that depends how thick that layer of dirt is. If it's pretty thick, it could be hiding some scratches, but you see a little discoloration right here. I don't know if you guys can see or tell, probably not, but you see that light? It's like a little moisture stain or whatever you want to call it. A little scratch right there. Couple little things. So the card's dirty for sure. Here's some scratches. And a lot more little scuffs and stuff like that. But overall though, the front foundation looks pretty good. I don't see anything crazy. Backside, clean corner. Bottom right looks good. And then the bottom left also looks good. So good. Nice clean foundation. I think you do have an opportunity potentially to get a 10 on this one. I'm going to remove that from the top loader and put it in one of my card savers here. Next one, High Tech Shohei, the Pyrotechnic Acetate. So definitely my least favorite cards, just because acetate. You guys can see a ton of stuff already. Overall though, you know, the nice thing is corners and edges always. But let's check out the surface real quick, see what we can spot. There's gonna be tons of little micro scratches typically, so you guys can see already. There's a lot going on over here. Now, whenever you get something like this, these ones, you see how the light just like gets absorbed once again. Those are the scratches you don't like. It's the ones you can go over the light where the light just kind of doesn't disappear. Those are the good ones. As you can see, there's a few of these that are a little bit more significant. We've worked on these before, and we know that you're likely getting a 9 on this one. So let me know, Stod, if you want to do something with this one. But we're going to make sure we wipe it down as clean as possible. And then we're going to send this off if you'd like. This corner right here, obviously there's a little bit, it's not dinged, the plastic's fine. It's the foil on the back that's chipped away. So that's why it looks round. So I still think that you're likely looking at a 9 on that one. I don't think it would, not saying it doesn't have a chance to be an 8. I think it would have to be someone that's just really picky about it. Like me, I'd give it an 8. Alright, next one here is a red refractor Shohei. Beautiful. 2018 rookie? No, 2019? I don't know. It's beautiful though. And you know the red ones I think are numbered to 5, so it's from the National. Clean, little chipping you can see along the edges. Those, do not be alarmed, they look way worse than they actually are. Typically you do not get penalized for it. I just make sure I point it out so you know that it's a possibility. But overall, clean corners. Edges don't have any kind of indentations. Alright. Surface wise, looking really nice. Do not see anything major at all on it. It's just a little bit dirty more than anything, but looks to be free of scratches and such. Nice. Backside. Let's check it out. Corner there looks good. Pixels go all the way to the tip. The corner looks good as well. Don't like that little light reflection right here. Tells me there's probably a little bit of a tiny indentation there. Okay, and right here though, you can see it's been crimped. I imagine this card's likely been slabbed before because it looks like the PSA slab crimping, which is common. So if it was graded before, I'm not saying there is, but I'll probably look it up on the pop report. If there was one on there before that's probably a 6 or 7, this could be it. And let's see, bottom left corner, that one's good. Just has a little bit of the transparent layer peeling up. So overall, that's probably my only potential concern. It was clearly slabbed before, so I'll go ahead and let you know as far as what we do. Then we got some other ones here. Let's check it out. So here we go. First one here. All right. Don't need that anymore. Don't need you Post-it. First one is a flawless Dr. J auto. Told you these are sick. I love these cards. It's beautiful cards. I still don't understand the price tag, but the corner's okay. That one's good. So you basically got 3.5 good corners, I would say. Let's check the surface out real quick. Nice and clean. Little ink dots. That might just be how he signed the card. I don't know. But look at that signature. It's nice. Alright. Beautiful signature, Dr. J. And a couple little minor scratches here and there. It's just on the gloss though, so it's nothing major, but it is there. Backside, just double check. Nice sharp corner. Clean corner as well, no paper loss there. They're in pretty good shape. Minor paper loss on that corner, and I would tell you the last corner here, same thing, very little, but it does blend in with the stock pretty well. It's only at the tip, so I think this card could be a potential PSA 9. Nice and clean. I don't think it will gem, but I think it will get a 9. All right. Continuing with the flawless, we have a Terry Bradshaw. Nice. All right, here we go. Nice clean corner there. Good top edge. Clean corner. Let's see if that's just dirt. No, that looks like it's something in the card. That black mark. So it's something in the card. That one, that corner's got a little bit of minor fraying. Bottom edge looks nice and clean, and bottom left looks good too. So I'd say maybe 2 1/4 clean corners. The other two are not bad though, they're just there. Small surface defect at the top right, but other than that, so far it looks good. Signature is a little bit dirty, but not bad. And clean. Backside. Nice clean corner. It's got a minor chipping at the top right there, but it's okay. It's not the worst thing in the world. And we got bottom right here. Definitely has a little bit of rounding and fraying. And then the bottom left corner actually looks really, really good. So I would tell you, I think it's, trying to think of what I'd give it. To me, it's a mint card. I don't think they'll give you an 8. There's really not enough to give you an 8 on this one compared to a lot of the 8s I've seen. So I think it's going to be a 9. Next one here we have is a Monsters of the Midway. I think this is a National Treasures. Devin Hester autograph. One of my favorite players. He was amazing. Clean. Him and Rex Grossman that year that killed my Seahawks. Alright. So I saw 4 clean corners there. As far as that goes. Nothing major at all. Stickers have some scratches, but they don't penalize you for the sticker condition. I've tested that more than a few times to be confident in saying it. Paul can attest. It's got a red candy picket. Or had. I don't know if you still have it, my friend. Alright, so clean. That corner's pretty clean too, I would say. And clean. I think this one has an opportunity at a 10. I don't see anything on it except the sticker potentially, but like I said, they don't penalize you for that. Devin Hester, I would be, if it was me, unbiasedly, I know I said he's one of my favorite players, unbiasedly, I think that's an opportunity for a 10 for sure. A nice one. Next is a flawless Marcus Mariota. So I can tell you the centering's not good on this one top to bottom. I think I already showed that. Corner's not good there. That corner's pretty good though. Let's see, right edge has some minor chipping over there. Bottom right looks okay. Bottom's pretty clean. And the left side, I would say, is pretty clean as well. Surface. Micro scratches, but nothing crazy. A little bit dirty, more than anything. This is a 1 of 1. Alright, rookie card too. Nice. Backside. Definitely a little bit of fraying, some rounding. That corner is actually pretty clean. Looks rounded because of the way it's cut, but it's not rounded. This corner here looks good as well. Might be a little bit the way the light's reflecting, but I think that's more of a superficial scratch than anything else. And decently clean. So, Mariota, 10's out of the questions just because the centering, top to bottom, is pretty far off. Outside of that though, I think it could be 8 or 9. It just depends how they view some of the small issues I found, but you gotta remember that once the centering's a 9, it only goes down from there, right? So any flaws potentially be an 8, so that's why I think 8, 9. Next one here, we got another Mariota, Rookies and Stars. 1 of 1, beautiful card. Corner definitely has a little bit of a flip up on the foil. Edge looks pretty decent, you can see right there. Foil's flipping up. Bottom right, that looks okay. And then the bottom left corner here also has a little bit of issue. It's flipping up, definitely has a little bit of paper loss. Surface wise, we're probably going to see a ton of micro scratches just because of the foil, so it's going to look messy. Ultimately, I'm just going to clean this one up anyway for you as far as the wiping it down and stuff. We'll hawk to a, just call it the Welch. A lot of people are mad at that chick for being famous, but we're the ones making her famous. Alright. So a lot of little scratches here and there, but corners are really more my concern. Backside, you guys can see that corner's rounded. It's got a little paper loss as well. Top edge, looks like it's slightly indented over there. Not too big though. That corner definitely has some paper loss as well. Right edge looks pretty clean. Alright, and then the bottom edge looks good as well. Bottom left corner though has some paper loss. A little bit of minor chipping on the left side as well. No indentations that I can see. I think this Mariota is likely a 7. I don't think they're going to give you anything worse than that, so go ahead and make sure I put this in the right sleeve. Sorry, I'm just going to take my time, make sure I get it right. I'll actually put it in the bigger sleeve. I'll put that aside. Alright, and then the last one here is a shield. 2 top QBs of the 2015 draft. We got ourselves a black gold Mariota and a Jameis Winston. Here we go. So, ignore the surface right now. We're going through corners. First corner looked okay. First corner did not look great. Second one looked good. Third one looks good. And the fourth one looks okay. It's got a little bit of roundness to it. Let me double check the first one. It's got a little touch of white. Not too bad though. Okay, here we go. Surface, you guys can see it's got quite a bit. It's got that combination of acetate front. It's very dirty. Lots of little scratches here. A lot of them are going to be permanent regardless. But here's the cool part. Look at that. NFL Shield, dual logo. Alright, man. Lots of scratches on the front. Backside. See how much chipping we got. All black borders. First one, definitely. Got some white. Same thing, second corner has some white. Edge is fair. It's pretty good. Third corner definitely got a lot of white. Also has this little line crease right here. You can see right under the one. So, and then we got this last corner here. And that one's okay. It's not bad. It's not great. It just looks better than all the other ones, but it also has a little bit of paper loss. So overall though, looking at this card, they're likely going to give you a 7 on this as well. I will, however, wipe it down because it's pretty dirty. Clean it up for you. So, there you guys have it. I really appreciate it. Like I said, these are some sick cards. Gosh, man, got Gretzky. Got a bunch of other stuff. Flawless. Shohei's. That's all you can ask for, man. Thank you guys for letting me live vicariously through you. This way I don't have to buy these cards to actually ever hold them and look at them in person. It's a big bonus, man. So thank you guys, like I said, for watching. If you have any questions, thank you so much for just reaching out on Instagram all the time. I'm happy to answer anything I can. Yes, I do charge money for this. As you can see, it takes a lot of time. So I need to clear it up. I don't do this for free. It would be crazy. I would if I could. If I had Jeff Bezos money, I'd probably do it for free. So anyways, thank you guys very much. Hope you enjoy. And then Jeremy and Stud, I will talk to you soon.